Hello, bosom companions. Valcorpa here, with the 10th episode of Elden Ring, starring Mildred. We are in the double digits now. Just a few things that I had on the top of my head. Most of them are recaps. Actually, all of them are recaps from last episode. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize an issue in errata. When I spoke about Shifra, I referred to it as Welsh or Welsh Gaelic. It is in fact Irish Gaelic, and it is a real word that means fairy, which is appropriate given the relation of the Shifra River to the Blue Fairy Charm, which I believe I have. Just double check here by going the wrong way. Yeah, there it is. Or, sorry, Blue Dancer. My bad. Represents a fairy. So, yes. Irish for fairy, Shifra, Irish Gaelic. Second and third are just quick things that I mentioned last time. One is that the audio issues are unfortunately tied to a compatibility issue with Xbox One and Twitch. However, it can be temporarily fixed by pausing and unpausing the stream. Since I can't hear the audio issues, I must rely upon you, dear listeners, to let me know whenever there are audio problems so that I can try to remedy them as best I can. And last, next week, Thursday, April 13th, I will be unable to hold a stream, so instead I will be doing it on April 14th, that Friday, from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., as is my typical time frame. Other than that, let's get to it. We are in Shifra, and I had meant to mark these braziers on the map, because as you can see, I've lit this one here. The walkway up there indicates that I've already lit 2. There are 6 more to go, and I can't remember quite where they are. However, I was a little indisposed this evening after work, so I did not have the time. So we're going to do some exploring. And it's not like I haven't been to Shifra before. I have a rough idea of where some of them are. But, you know, it's a big place, and who can remember exactly where something is in a land like this? I need to watch out for these spiky balls because they could very easily do me in. Oh my. Dog. Dogs in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet, sweet dogs. So I sort of gushed about this last stream, but the whole underground, the lands beneath, the lands between, are so unbelievably, like, evocative and breathtaking to me. I can't get enough at looking at the fake night sky, you know, the confusing wooded area, all of that other good stuff. Oh, ow. No, I deserve that. I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoa, buddy. I disrespected you and now I'm paying the price. It's okay. Could have been worse. Let me find that item that he dropped. Alright, we got Cheese Biz Wit putting in the laugh emoji here. Yeah, it's funny stuff. And of course, all that for but a budding horn. We read that last time. I won't go over it in detail again. Just another piece of the primordial crucible, which of course these folks worship. CheeseBizWit says hi. Hi, CheeseBizWit. How are you doing today? Careful up here. Good thing I recently spent my runes, otherwise this platforming section would be probably be the end of me. Alright, alright, how are you? I'm doing okay. You know, the week's almost over. Ready for the weekend. Yay, though it's not going to be a relaxing one. Hopefully you've got some nice, enjoyable plans. It's, fixing to be Easter weekend. Not that I am religious, but it is a time to be spent with family, so that is what I will be doing for pretty much the whole weekend. Alright, got Easter break today. Yep. I got the chat delay, which I think is throwing me off, but yeah, that in a nutshell, spending time visiting various and sundry family members, or excuse me, around town. And while it's fun, enjoyable, and important, it's not exactly what I would call relaxing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm relaxing right now, playing a game. Got Birdie, my youngest cat, on my lap right now. Got a beautiful farmhouse saison with hibiscus and rose petal from Jolly Pumpkin in my hand. What more could I ask for? I'm just gonna save myself an embarrassing death in fast travel. CheeseBizWit says, are you new? Relatively. This is my 5th week of streaming. I've been playing solo playthrough of Elden Ring with my Katana and Curved Swords character Mildred here. I've got a backlog of episodes on YouTube if you are interested, if anyone's interested. It's Valkorpa, Valkorpa is my YouTube channel, just like the Twitch channel. And the YouTube videos come up not too long after. I don't really do any editing. I just do this for fun. So unfortunately the quality is not pristine, but grab this. Thank you. But you know, I'm having fun. Hopefully y'all are having fun watching, and we can engage in the core conceit of this stream, which is this is an Elden Ring Ask Me Anything, an AMA. Oh. Ask me about the lore, the game mechanics, my experience with the game. If it's about Elden Ring, I'm happy to do my part and answer. Okay, that could have gone worse. I'm not going to complain about that. All right. Oh, CheeseBizWit says I'm in New Game Plus. Nice. New Game Plus is fun. It's like the victory lap. This is not my first playthrough of Elden Ring, even though the amount of skill I'm showing might make you think otherwise. I have another New Game Plus playthrough that I don't stream, where I'm all heavy weapons, and God, it's so much fun. Just started New Game Plus today. How you liking it? Tell me about your build. Did an ancient lightning dragon build. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. I am no good with the magic mechanics in this game, so I've not really played around with it, but the ancient dragon lightning looks so good. Especially like the Placidusax incantation. Some of the weapons, like the I think you can get a... a dragon spear or something like that from the Draconic Tree Sentinels. Yeah, it's all good. Is it, by chance, did you use one of the Fextra Life preset builds, or did you kind of construct the stat layout and the weapons and everything else in your head? Made it myself. Well, good on you. I don't know if I'd trust myself to know how to make a good build. I'm going to try to do it with this one. I haven't really looked at any stat layouts or anything. I'm just kind of playing as I go. Currently, currently trying to work this character up to have the right stats to use Moonveil. I picked that up last stream, but well, nice. Hope it's playing well for you. I imagine that's a pretty stat-hungry build, so hopefully it wasn't too hard playing through the first playthrough, trying to get everything in order. Okay. Oh, come on, bud. Can we not with the Rancor? Ooh. Oh no. And yeah, that's how I die. Alright, you are... Oh, yeah, let's not... Hello. Oh, no. Oh, triple no. Alright, come on, guys. Can I, like, summon? No, of course I can't. Come on. Ooh, man, this is spicy and bad. Okay, come on. Okay, that's one. Okay, to build up my stams again. Ooh, oh no. Okay, let's not enter the meat grinder here, guys. Oh, come on. Enough, enough, enough. Alright. Okay, so that... Ooh, let's heal up again. Whew, I'm doing poorly. Okay, let's see here. Okay, one at a time. You can do a task no matter how large as long as you tackle it one at a time. Enough, please. Alright, so you said a plus 10 bolt at Grand Sax, Dragon King's Cragblade, and the Clawmark Seal. Just started an hour ago, so I'm about to move on to Renala. Wow! You're crushing it! Well, good on you. Are you playing while you're watching? Yes. That's good. I like the total Elden Ring content immersion. Well, I'm happy to be accompanying you while you travel the lands between. Alright, do you have an idea of what ending you want to choose for your New Game Plus? Or have you just kind of feel it out? Time I'm gonna do the normal ending, so no no mending runes, no frenzied flame, just that's good. It's funny because I think I saw some statistics from FromSoft where they said that more players chose to do the Ronnie ending than any other, which is hilarious given how much more effort it requires compared to like the standard ending. I also did Ronnie's ending first. I haven't quite decided what ending what ending I've chosen for this run equals mommy. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we're all out there just trying to find doll waifu, her place in the world. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, that's a cool weapon. I don't know if you can pick this up, but it's neat looking. Nope, that's okay. All right, I am straight goofing around here. Ooh, yeah. Oh, wowzers! Yep. Should have seen that coming. She called me her eternal consort. Yep, feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, gotta love earning the love of Ronnie. Ooh-wee. Good thing I have as much endurance as I do, otherwise I'd be... Oh, no, this is how you die. Oh. He always takes like 2 more steps than I think he's going to. That's okay. Ooh, fur leggings. We'll have to see if those are any good. Hop, 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 hop. I don't know. Yeah. Of course there's something up top here. Come on. Upsy daisies. There we go. Ooh. A smithing stone that I will not be using. What luck. She wanted me to... Oh, so the streamer I was watching, she wanted me to keep her updated. After I killed Placidusax, I told her I was the Dragon Lord now. When I finished the game, she called me the Elden Dragon Lord of Riz. Since I had Maiden. That's very good. It feels good to get there, for sure. Did you have a favorite, sorry. Did you have a favorite boss? Morgott or Malekith? Both a lot of fun to fight. Yeah, supremely enjoyable fights, both of those. I think... I mean, call it a cop-out, but I did really enjoy fighting Malenia. Maybe I'm saying that because that's the fight I spent the most time on. Placidusax wasn't as hard as I thought. The Dragon Magic was too good. Yeah, that's the thing about Placidusax. The fight itself isn't tough. It's just he has 2 or 3 moves that can kill you in one shot. But that was a really fun fight. I think that might actually be my favorite, Placidusax. The presentation, the music, the arena. It was really good. Yeah, Malenia lived up to the hype for fighting. It took me upwards of 30 tries to beat Malenia, and I kind of expect that I'll run into a similar situation whenever I get there. I'm nowhere near there though. I only just recently finished Godric in this playthrough. Sorry that I'm dithering. I know I could have sworn there was like a site of grace or something in here. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chase this guy and not worry about the site of grace. Thank you, little dude. Because, yeah, we've got, excuse me, we've got a large gentleman to fight up ahead. Gotta use these demi-human ashes because they're the best I've got for now. But also, this particular boss I never really found terribly challenging. Of course, that sort of hubris is what gets you killed, but you know, what are you gonna do? Ooh. Here I am sitting there greedily slapping his leg. I just need to proxy, which I'm not going to do if he kills me. Come on. I get you to stand still. Ooh. Man, I'm not doing very well. Come on. Ooh. The problem is I can't survive more than one of his hits. Oh no. Yep. Forgot to fight him, just killed Raya, the prawn guy. Oh, you killed Raya? Oh, you're talking about Boggart. Blackguard Big Boggart. What a guy. Hmm. Alright. Wanted ball. What, like the ball bearing? Alright, let's see if I can't equip myself here. Oh, the weapon. Huh. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, that'll be fun. I've never used that. Oh, I went and did it again. Oh, you know. Oh my god. My timing is absolute garbage right now. Okay, there we go. Come on. God, you were so enormous. There we go. Ooh-wee. Gotta love that. Oh no. Let's be sensible here, gentlemen. Okay. Come on, Valcorp, but don't enter Goblin mode. Oop. So close. There we go. We did it. Yay. Yeah, I had to go and open my big mouth about this guy not being much of a challenge. Oh! And he dropped a decent amount of runage there. It's just a shame that there isn't a Site of Grace up here. Or at least that I can't find it. Dragonkin soldiers occupy a sort of weird empty space in the lore whenever I think about them. I know that there is lore about them. I just, for whatever reason, can never remember the particulars. I know that they were like the Nox's attempt to create a dragon because they're very, or at least appear to be very into creating artificial life. What with the mimic tears and the Albinorics. This was their attempt to create a dragon, but it lacked the quote-unquote red gold of the ancient dragons, meaning that A, they could only produce cold lightning, and B, that they were not immortal, like the ancient dragons. Which, yeah, bummer. And then they just kind of left their rejects lying all around the Eternal Cities, like so many broken toys. Ancient dragons aren't immortal. I think the idea, at least, because maybe here, I could be misremembering, and we just picked up an item which probably has lore. Here we are. Okay. Halberd shaped like a dragon, enwreathed in both ice and lightning. Alas, the dragonkin soldiers never attained immortality, and perished as decrepit, pale imitations of their skyborn kin. Huh. Yeah, I guess it doesn't specifically say that the ancient dragons are immortal. Certainly they can be killed, I just didn't think they would die of natural causes. Yeah, I don't know. I am no lore scholar, just trying to remember everything that I've watched and read, and to collate it into interesting content here on the show. But yeah, there's one done. Okay. So I don't actually even know if I want to bother fighting these guys. It was a bad time last time. Especially when they all bunch up like this. I think I might just run past them. I don't need to mess around with these guys. There's nothing in it for me, really. I'm just looking around for some loot. I've got to be incredibly careful because though they are slow, a wrong turn could spell disaster. Such is the way of Elden Ring. Oh, hey, you got me up here. Congrats, dude. Oh, nice. Now run as quick as we can. Heal. Take a look behind us, see how quick they're catching up, and walk over here. Alright. Alright, you made it to Ray Lucaria. You're on fire. You're moving a lot faster than I am. Have you ever thought about streaming yourself? Yeah, it's true. New Game Plus, there isn't really anything that's going to slow you down as long as you're wanting to move forward. I have thought about streaming. It's fun. Yeah. Oh, yikes. It's kind of nice because, you know, as long as you're not trying to monetize it, there's not a whole lot different between streaming and just playing the game normally. Game crashed walking into Rhea. Oh no! Oh, you're getting the bubble spell. Oh, was that... Sorry. Sorry. Didn't realize that was a spell. Thought it was... I thought it was one of those Cerulean Flask refillers. I wouldn't end up using the spell anyway, if I'm being honest. I'm not a spell slinger, but I might come back around afterward to get it. Spell is OP. I mean, I've definitely gotten caught and thrown around with it by these claymen and the Oracle dudes. saw a guy like one-shot things with it. And you get the right build, you can make some of the more ridiculous spells big boppers, like for sure. That was a Guts Greatsword Strength build. Then I did Bleed. Oh. Nice! The standard Greatsword is a thing to behold. Alright, where am I going? So, I've messed around up there. I just guess I need to I need to head up more over here. I also need to find one or two more... Oh, wait. Sorry. Before I do any of that, let's spend these runes so that I do not lose them permanently. Alright, and intelligence. I've got a long way to go before I can use Moonveil, but saw a guide, drop a new guide, plus 25. Damn! That's some generosity. I've never played online, but when most of the stories you hear are about people people griefing others with like the bestial incantations and bleed builds and things like that, it's always nice to see good good stuff like that. Because man, yeah, coming right out the gate with the plus 25 Guts Greatsword, you're you're gonna crush. You're gonna go berserk. Oh, I guess I didn't run far enough. Yeah, I've been curious about a rot build. I just feel like there aren't enough weapons to oh, come on. Truly utilize it. Oh no. He can't make up how much poise, or make up his mind on how much poise he has. Come on. Just want to pick up the item. Thank you. Yeah, my first playthrough, it was super low frills. I was just Colossal Sword and Shield. Oh no. It was the Radon, the Star Scourge Greatsword. Wow. This is embarrassing. Can you please stop? There we go. Okay. I did Claymore for like the first 40%, and then as soon as I had the right stats to do the Star Scourge, I just ran with that. No status effects, no incantations, no buffing. But it was great. I wanted to use Radon's swords, but when I did, I hated it. What about it didn't you like? Just didn't feel right, like the shape. I will say, yeah, one thing about the sword that gets me is the range is a lot shorter than you'd think. But like two-handing it, it feels real good. And the Ash of War too. Like without that Ash of War, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to beat Melania. Of course, that's not entirely accurate. I just like it really meshed well with my my playstyle. Oh crap! Just what I didn't want. Okay. You good? You good? You get your sillies out. All right. Okay, that's 4, I think. There's one up there that I guess I have not yet lit, unfortunately. So I keep looking around like I expect something... I don't know what. Okay, is this crab gonna attack? Crab battle? No crab battle. Wait. What am I... Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Come on. Alright, there we go. Just gotta... Excuse me. I'm so terribly sorry about the sound. It's not a pleasant sound, I know. Ooh. Sorry, little guys. Oh well. I could use the bones. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I was going to check the fur leggings. Let's see here. Okay. This is the slowest way to do that, but... Alright, fur leggings. Leggings fashioned from bristly pelts worn by ancestral follower warriors. The ancestral followers kept their distance from the Erd Tree, awaiting new buds. They are certain to sprout from their very flesh, indeed their souls. I'm about to fight the Red Wolf. You're fine. What do I just keep clearing my throat. It's not not what I would consider good host behavior. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do. I want to see if these are any good. No! In fact, these are quite bad compared to what I'm wearing. Good luck with the Red Wolf. It's a fun fight. I always found that the like non-boss ones, the open world ones, were more challenging than the Red Wolf of Radigan in the debate parlor. Oh, he's dead already. Yeah, can't be stopped, huh? You are you're on a freight train from hell, riding all the way up to Lane Dell. Good night. Okay, I feel like there's probably other guys around here. I'll do a quick run around. And it looks like I'm okay. What do we got up here? This looks like a worthy ash of war. Let's see what we got. Nope. What'd I get for it? Square off. I'm not familiar with that one. Okay. Oh, square off, okay. This skill starts with the sword held level, follow up with a normal attack, slash upwards through enemies, guard. Nice. Use on straight swords. So nothing I'm going to use, but seems good. Seems like a strong move. This big open field is triggering the agita in me. I feel like something terrible is going to get summoned in the middle of it, even though I'm pretty sure it won't. What I have to worry about is this area. This is the killing field. 'Cause they all have bows and arrows, and they're all very well versed. Nothing to see down there. Yeah, look at that architecture. This is very reminiscent to me of the inverted tower. Or the Carrion Study Hall, whatever it's called. Oh, I really thought I was going to one-shot that guy. Come on. Guys, one at a time. Oh, come now. Eesh. Game crashed walking into Renala. My sympathies. Are you playing on PC? Yikes, 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 yikes. Come on. Oh, really, guys? Come on. Ugh. Alright, now your turn. Wow. That little golden rune action. I was under the impression that there was at least one golden seed down here. I'm not doing the most thorough or systematic job of identifying where I've been and where I need to go. So that probably accounts for a lot of why I haven't found things that I have a vague memory of being here. Oh, but what are you gonna do? There's only so much in-depth knowledge one can have of a game when they've got other things going on in their life, is what I tell myself. Set me back to the Red Wolf. Oh no! Like, do you have to fight the Red Wolf again? I guess I can't be stopped. Oh. Well, not in a fair battle you can. Here's this other thing. I keep forgetting that I have a shield. Come on. Guy, a break, please. Oh. Wow. Just walk away from that. Reset myself. Oh! Okay. So that's how it's gonna be, eh? Oh no. Come on. Whoa! Wow. Enough. Enough from all of you. You too. Good night. Whew, boy. That was, well, sloppy, I guess, is the word one might use to describe that gameplay. Oh, well. What are you gonna do? Okay, so I need to clear this place up a bit. Yes, I hear you. I hear you and I see you. Okay. Okay, he dead again. Yeah. You cannot be stopped, only briefly waylaid. Keep wanting to replay to you in the chat, or reply to you in the chat, but I'm in the middle of running. No worries, man. Or my friend. You gotta keep yourself from getting killed, especially by the ball of death that you are about to find yourself in front of. Bosses aren't going to give you a problem, but still not too terribly difficult to get got by the ball of death. Definitely glad to have you here in the chat, though. I appreciate the company. Good to know we are too tarnished, seeking the Erd Tree to become Elden Lord. Come on. Whiff! There we go. Alrighty then. Well, that's the worst of it, I believe. Let's just go over here. We're going to reach out, touch Grace. Bonk. Can turn the ball off. Yeah, I guess you probably already did that, huh? Turning off the ball, but that first time. And I mean, I guess if you're familiar with the pattern of the ball, it doesn't really pose that much of a difficulty, but I don't know. I don't trust myself with platforming and environmental challenges. Or really any part of the game, because I'm not terribly terribly good at it. But man, is it if it isn't a fun time. All right. Let's. Oh, rats! Hello. Sorry, didn't mean to step into Boca Raton over here. That's 2. I am full. Yep, there you are. Rock the rat. Renala time. All right. Good luck. Hush, little Culver. Time to be born anew. All right. I don't know. Oh, man, that's the sound of a rat. Peggy Hill knows the sound of half a rat. There we go. And thank you for the Kool-Aid, my friend. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Just kind of gotta let a sigh of relief out, having taken away that particular challenge. I don't think I've gotten all of the braziers lit, unfortunately. I think, yeah, there's one right there. Case in point, my friends. All right. Oh, and it's a bad day to not be one of these guys. Let's do this. Okay. Come on. Oop, oop, oh no. The avarice will kill me. Phase 1 down in 20 seconds. Here's static coming from you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to quickly pause the stream to resolve the issue. All right, we should be back now. Oh, he got cocky, used the wrong spell. Yeah. Hopefully it's not a situation where you got caught in that big lunar lightning beam. That's good. All right, did that clear the static? Alrighty, come on. Uh-oh. Smack. Come on. Oh, really? Good night. Yes, it did. Awesome. It's nice to see that that worked. And thank you so much for letting me know. I did get hit by our moon. Oof. Yeah, I died 3 times fighting Renala, I died 2 times fighting Renala, and both of those times it was because I decided to summon spirit summons instead of moving out of the way of the big beam. But hey, you live and you learn. And forgot to buff. Definitely important. Yeah, I don't know, or rather, I don't remember if there's an amount of sort of lag time between when you finish her first phase and when the cutscene starts, because I feel like that would be the ideal time to slap on buffs if there's enough time. And there's that. Hooray! I did remember there was a golden seed, and I was correct in that remembrance. How about that? Okay, I'm going to walk over here, because I feel like there's something over here. So I've got to buff. I just read that. Huh. Okay, well. Let's do this. Let's run. I can't remember how to get to the merchant. Is there anything over here? Did I already look over here? I feel like I probably looked over here. Forgive me. This is what comes of having too many thoughts at once, but I feel okay now that I'm looking here. I don't think I've been over here yet. In fact, I don't think I've ever been over here. There's so many hidden nooks and crannies in the lanes between. But this one feels like it might have been a waste of time. Don't want to speak too soon, but here we are. Oh. Huh. Okay. Thought I had the lantern equipped. I don't. Ah, rune arc. Cool. This, I believe, is the first rune arc I've picked up so far, which is funny. Alright, well, that's it. Sad little scene of someone, perishing. Alright then. I don't want to fast travel because I don't want to summon back all those ancestral followers. Just yet. But maybe I should. No, I'm gonna save it. I should have counted to myself every time I, oh, goats. Every time I lit a brazier so that I could keep track. However, it is but a simple matter of going back to the ancestor spirit and asking them to please kindly tell me. Oh, died again. I'm sorry. Sorry, Cheese Biz Whiz. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Wrong talisman. Is that what's been, holding you back? Or... yeah, I know sometimes oh. Freaking out for nothing. I forget to equip talismans all the time, like specifically the Great Shield talisman in my New Game Plus playthrough. I usually use the Crimson Assassin dagger when I'm just walking around the overworld, and I switch to the Great Shield when it comes time to fight bosses, because you're not really going to get a whole lot out of using the Crimson Assassin dagger with bosses. Right, let's see where this waygate leads me, because I don't remember. Of course, this runs the same risk of me having to fight all of the things, but what are you going to do? I've been neglecting my beer. Terrible, terrible beer etiquette. All right. Okay, here we are. So I've lit that one. Hey, it looks like maybe I did it. Okay, 3, 4 on that side. 1. No. Missing 1, of course. Okay. Take a deep breath and try to do a hard think on what you're looking for. Ooh. Do a hard think, but also don't walk near the lightning, boys. I'm gonna fight this crab. Oh no! Congrats, crab. Congrats. Ooh, okay. Oh, I didn't think you'd be able to get me from that distance, but oh well. There we go. Crab down. Okay, that up. Thanks for the health, my guy. My crabby guy. Okay, so I did light that one. That one is taken care of. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I find crabs, not necessarily the crabs in this game, but real-life crabs, endearing. I think they're kind of cute. with their silly little legs and their silly little claws. Even the giant, not true crabs, but crab adjacent coconut crabs, I think they're just neat. Which is funny because I also have a pretty acute arachnophobia. But what are you gonna do? It's called an irrational fear for a reason. I don't think there's a brazier up here, but I'm just gonna check just in case. Okay, she's dead. In my first run, it took me 2 tries. This took me 3, I think. Well, congrats! She's behind you. I mean, sort of. She's probably now ahead of you, wanting to help you restat, if that's the kind of thing you want to do. I always think that's nice, that there's one boss that even though you've defeated her, she still kind of wants to work with you. And it's especially poignant if you decide to court her daughter. I saw a meme a while ago where it was someone going in to respec their character with Renala, and it turns out to be, instead of, I don't know, whatever one might expect the in-game process of respecking or being reborn is, it's just Renala brushing the character's hair and saying, "So I've heard you've taken an interest in my little Ronnie." Vanished. Ronnie plus tarnished. Yeah. OTP right there. Okay. Is that it? Is that the one I've forgotten? All right. I think we've finally done it. Oh, no. I don't know what this is. No, I still don't know what this is. It looks like a stele, or however it's pronounced. The map marker, and it's got this like Babylonian style, well, I say Babylonian style relief, but that bit up in the middle kind of looks Last Supper-y. I don't know, I'm not an anthropologist. Guess we're still trekking. We need to talk to Ronnie to get Radon, right? So there are 2 different ways that you can align the stars for the Radon Festival. One of them is talking to Ronnie and progressing her quest up to where Celavis sends you to talk to Selin. The other way is to light at least one site of grace in Altus Plateau. So if you already have both of the Dectus medallions, you are good to just head up from the Bellum Highway. I don't want to fight these guys. I'm running low on provisions here, and I don't think... Yeah, this is not good. But yeah, if you have the Dectus medallions already, you can just run over... Oh, no. Yep, no, I get it. Run over to Bellum Highway, go up the lift, and then light the... Yeah, you get the point. It's hard to say which one is quicker. Going all the way up north to Carrion Manor, running through, talking to Ronnie, getting Kier, or just blasting your way up to Altus. I think I only have one half yet. So you get the one over in Kenneth Heights Tower, and then you get the other one in Fort Ferrith, all the way out east, close to where Garank is in Caelid. Okay. This is starting to frustrate me. If you don't have that and you don't feel like wandering around Caelid to get there, you can always just blast your way through the Ruined Precipice, or the Precipice Ruins, or whatever it's called. Unmagending, yeah. They gave you 3 different options, which is nice of them. Okay, let's not. I'm just gonna run as quickly as I can here and hope that I spot the brazier, because I don't want to pause and get slammed. Oh, hello. Oh, buddy. Come on. is this other brazier? It's gonna drive me batty. Did I? Oh wait, did I get the one? No, I must have gotten the one up there. I don't know. Is that a? Yeah, that's a thing. I'm gonna. Yeah. Great. Okay, this is certainly the most unstructured of my streams, and I hope you all will forgive me for the lack of forward momentum. Ooh, yikes. Let's get out of here. Okay, there's that there. Where is it? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do right now, instead of subject y'all to more of this, is I'm going to go take a page out of Cheese Whiz Bits, or wow, I messed that one up, Cheese Biz Wits book, and head up to Liurnia. We can always come back here. I've done most of the work. I just would prefer to continue this in a more structured format. It's always a pleasure to go down there, though. All right. So those of you who are just joining, you'll probably notice the conspicuous lack of Gostock. It is because I did away with him. It's just the first time in any playthrough that I've ever done that. And I felt bad about it, but at the same time, he had taken over 8,000 of my rooms, so, you know. Taking a quick sip of the beer here. Oakley dokley. Here we are. The big chair. I wonder if this was around when Godfrey used Stormvale as his seat, or if Godric had this custom made. I watched a video today, actually it just came out today, by Smotown, and it was all about Godfrey. And he posited that the original master of Stormvale Castle, before Godric, before Godfrey, was none other than Placidusax, which does make sense because Placidusax was described as a lord who lived at the heart of a storm. And if you have that sort of persona about you, you might call your castle Stormvale. There were some other points too. I don't remember all of them currently, but it was a compelling video, and I highly recommend watching it. Oh, I messed that up. Let's try that again. Come on. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. If you're anything like me, you didn't read the item description for the Shabriri grape and you just took it at face value up until the point in Haeda's quest where you have to tell her what they are. A yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and the inside is squishy, not unlike a large, overly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. Interesting. Maidenless guy, imagine. Imagine indeed. Here's a philosophical question for you. If you are a maiden as a tarnished, are you still maidenless? Like, I mean, I know, like, the letter of the law for getting into the Round Table Hold is you have to have a quote-unquote finger maiden, but I digress. Ah, Liurnia of the Lakes. Let's just real quick. Gonna walk up here. What a view. This might be my favorite view in the Lands Between. Got all the minor Erd trees in the background. You can see Rea Lucaria foggily in the distance. And you have this mist-strewn forest down at your feet. What a sight. What a treasure. So as a maiden, you can't be your own maiden unless you're two in one person like Radagon and Marika. Makes sense to me. Yeah, can't be your own ticket for entry.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayeta.
Thouist
And
maidenless.
I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next. But when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
Shove the grape in her eye.
Oh, many thanks to you.
I'll just
Now I can
let her
feel
have a
the
bite of
distant
it.
light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Could this be my maiden? Where's the As You Wish? There it is. Okay. Just want to see what it looks like. I've never used this one. That's very good. That's very proper. Well, thanks, Hayeta. Got anything else to say?
You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
All right. And of course, this is not our first interaction with Hayeta. We have in fact seen her before, though in a different manner. She was Irina, or at least the body that Hayeta is occupying is Irina. And in fact, if you go and look at the cast list, you'll find that the voice actress who does Irina's voicing also did the voicing for Hayeta. I could give her my 2 fingers. Well, she wouldn't want that. She'd want 3, wouldn't she? Hayeta would. Grab this. Very nice. Big flask improvements all around. Let's talk to Topes
You're
here.
tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
10 runes,
Well,
sure.
bless
You got it, bud.
Bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
Oh, buddy. I know how you feel.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. All right. I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
I killed him in this playthrough as well. Did you, like, give him a glintstone key and have him meet his own end, or did you do him in yourself? I always thought he looks like he looks a little bit like Rob Halford, like late 80s, early 90s Rob Halford.
You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things.
I marked him on that bench. Oh, why'd you do that? Just for the, ball bearing, or what?
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the Academy.
Real quick. Look at that sky. Wow. I don't know if it's like this in every part of the Lands Between, but it certainly seems to me like Liurnia has the best night sky, especially if you walk out and look northeast. That is a stunning visage. It looks even better when the Erdtree is on fire, but that's just my opinion. I feel terribly bad for poor old Topes, a struggling academic, and this game has an interesting way of teaching you lessons, because many characters, Topes included, you go out of your way to help them, to do a good deed, and your reward is, they just die. See, I killed him since I've been like, oh yeah, the tree is on fire, it's so much better. Not sure if From Software meant for the tree to look all the more radiant in its dying hours, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. Okay, so I've got a choice. I can go left or I can go right. Typically what they want you to do, or at least how it seems, is to go left. I think I'm going to go right. Just to be fun. I don't actually know if there's a way down from here, though. That's something I probably should have considered. And I could have sworn that Bach was over here. Okay, I don't exactly see what I'm looking for there. I'm actually going to sit down for a second because I need to plug in that sacred tear that I just picked up, huh? Be a shame if I just let that languish in my inventory this whole time. Let's do that. Oh, and it's raining. What a mood. Oh, there he is. Just popped up. Alright, about to fight Little Loretta. Good luck. That's another fun fight. Both Little Loretta and Big Loretta. Enjoyable fights. Probably the most fun fight with an enemy on horseback, in my opinion.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments. Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
Oh, you didn't like Bach? To each his own. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't even use any of these armors, but I will go ahead and just just do this because I think it looks better with the thing on the back. Annoying voice. He always reminded me of
so
Samwise
soon.
Gamgee.
Please do be safe on your journeys.
But yeah, I treasure the little guy. Voice and all. Not that there's a whole lot one can do with him, since the... I feel like altering the garments makes them worse, unless you're trying to go for a light roll, blue dancer charm, lowest equip load possible, not going to get hit because I'm dodging build. Okay, yeah, you seriously can't come down from here. Alright, oh well. Now let's hot-foot it back. Whee! A lot of NPCs all bunched up in one place here. Okay. And we've got some... Loretta dead. Very nice, very quick. On your way to go see, Ronnie. I've wondered if it's possible to do enough damage to, Adula, the dragon there, Adula, in enough time to where you can, dispatch her before, she runs away. I think that she was way weaker than actual Loretta. Yeah. Halig Tree Loretta is no joke. Also, some great armor that she drops. Okay, I hear you. Where are you? Behind me? Oh, there you are. Okay, good morning. I can try right now. I'm here. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Oh wow, you got a lot of health. How about that? Ugh. Well, this might have been a mistake. That. Come on. And a lot of poise too. My guy. Wow. Come on, boy. Ooh. There's that guy dispatched. Okay, let's not. Well, that's you taken care of. You're next. There we go. Did I get them both? Got them both. Nice, nice, nice. Not possible. Well, it could be. I feel like that's one of those things that's pre-programmed. Like, I know for a fact that with Landseeks, who waits for you in a part of the Altus Plateau, you can only get her to about half health. Or, I mean, you can... Even if you try to get her all the way down. If I'd gotten my spell off one more time, it would have died. That's the rub, isn't it? So close. Oh well. She'll just be waiting for you at the end of the Ronnie quest, huh? You can kill her before she... Oh, you can? Really? Huh. Well, I guess that's what I get for saying I know for a fact. Always nice to be re-educated. With my particular playstyle, I wouldn't trust myself to be able to do it, given that I am partial to slow weapons. Okay, where are you guys? Okay, there's one. Let's get you out of the way. Too terribly fond of having to hit you with 3. Alright, alright, alright. There's another one. No, I don't want to hit you first. Come on. Really taking your time there, bud. Oh. I mean, I say ooh, but I'm not going to use any of the things in that scroll. Well, that's okay. That is all right. Grab that flower. I don't know if there's anything else on this particular cliff worth grabbing. I somehow doubt it. Oh, how am I doing on time? Okay, so I got about 40 more minutes to play around. I know this hasn't been the most eventful stream, but I hope that those of you who have been watching have had a good, relaxing time getting reacquainted with Shifra River and the opening bits of Liurnia. I wonder if this sort of geological structure is possible in nature, where you have this sort of like inward tapering cliff that isn't around sea. I like watching a knowledgeable player just roll. Thank you. I will very happily take that compliment, and I'm very glad that you're enjoying. All right. Oh, I just wanted to peek over this way really quick to see if I can see it from here, because I always like looking back at, yep, the Chapel of Anticipation. There it is. For those of you who are joining me later than the first episode, yeah, I did not succeed in defeating the grafted scion at the start of the at the start of the playthrough, sadly. I think I got like 2 hits off, which was not an auspicious start, but things are going okay now. I get to go to Nokron now. You sure do. Enjoy your time in Nokron. Well, I know you gotta hit up Shifra first, so that Blythe can tell you your princess is in another castle. What did you just throw at me, my guy? Ugh. Oh, I bet that's the kind of thing where... That's probably an oil pot. Nice. Let's read that, shall we? I think... Well, actually, let me just... Yeah, okay, I'm safe. Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook. A record of crafting techniques left by a glintstone craftsman who served the academy. Contains information on faux sorceries, such as they were called, including the cuckoo glintstone. And this guy over here, he's just, he's letting me stand around and leaf through a book. Thank you for your patience. Whip. Auf Wiedersehen. I did pick up, I picked up that Academy scroll, which I'd like to read a little bit about. There you are. Scroll of the Academy of Raid Lucaria, the Glintstone Sorcerer's Place of Study. Can be given to a learned sorcerer to gain access to the following sorceries: Great Glintstone Shard and Swift Glintstone Shard. Okay, and then I picked up some gauntlets, I believe. Not those gauntlets. Done. Oh, okay, so... Sorry, I keep flipping back and forth. Let's see what these say. Gauntlets worn by Rhea Lucaria Academy soldiers. Rust-worn and stained through unending conflict. Yeah, I'm gonna kill Beastman Boy again. Right there, right now? Not even gonna wait for him to go crazy? Alright, well, good luck. I mean, I guess you don't really need a whole lot of luck when you're in New Game Plus fighting Blythe, but, yeah. Enjoy the sword. If nothing else. Yeah, okay. Ooh, it's been a little while since I have engaged in single combat with a boss. Hit this. Smash that grace button, so to speak. I'm gonna sit down and get my stuff back. Ta-da, there's my stuff. And let's talk to this guy here.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
You got it, buddy. I like the yellow and black color scheme. I know there's a... I don't want to say no. I'm pretty sure there's a state in Germany, and I want to say it's Baden-Württemberg, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, that has like a yellow and black checkered flag. And it's very stylish to me. Buy this. Actually, before I buy this, let me see what it's got. Yeah. Buy it anyway. This is a loreless kite shield. Oh well. Thank you, sir, for your custom. And by that, I mean for letting me be a customer. And we're just going to take a quick breeze through here so that I can hit this jump. Whee! Here I am. Malefactor's Everjail. I'm really indebted to George R. R. Martin for using the word jail with that spelling so often so that I could learn that that was an older or different dialectic spelling for the word jail. Wait, is that what I do after I talk to Ronnie for the first time? What's that? Oh! No, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you said you were going to go seek out and kill Blythe right away. No, that doesn't become something that you'll need to do until way down the line, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I think I've got everything I need to. Hello, big boy Adon. Ooh, he's got jukes, ladies and gentlemen. Ow. And he's got a flail. Okay, let's back up here. Of course. Really? No, 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 no. Oh no. Ah, könnte schlechter sein. Come on. Yep. No more Kool-Aid for you, my guy. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. I would, hate to get defeated by Burger King over here. Come on. There you go. Good night. Yeah, go to Shifra to talk to Blythe. That's right. That's what you gotta do to progress Ronnie's quest after talking to her for the first time in Carrion Manor. Oh, Adon. Thank you for the incantation that I'm never going to use, but, yeah. Wish you would have dropped your flail. Well, actually, I think that was probably the same base flail that you pick up in Limgrave, so... Never mind on that. My, one of my close friends is replaying Elden Ring right now, and he went for a flail build. And he told me that, when it's good, it's real good. Okay, we descend. Get him! Big fireball is useless. It certainly seemed like it was useless to Adon. I don't think I could do much better with it. Yeah, I'll pass on the big fireball. More of a big moon ball guy myself. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, okay, I hear you. Vulgar militiamen. Come on, Lollipop Guild, let's do this. These guys are less like the Lollipop Guild and more like the fire swamp guys in Labyrinth. Come on. Oh, I need to... Ooh, oh no! Come on, don't let him do it. Okay. Ooh, buddy. That was, instructive is what that was. I need... Oh, okay, come on. Whoo, mid-air. Ice cold. Alright, there we go. What the jokes. Oh, thank you. If I can get a chuckle, I'm satisfied with my performance. I think that's the main reason I wanted to do a stream, is because I end up talking to myself all the time when I play games like this, and I say silly, dumb little quips like this, and I figured, well, rather than feel like I'm crazy just talking to myself, why don't I talk to 2 or more people who will listen? And I'm glad that it is not obnoxious. Or at least that some don't find it obnoxious. Oh, can we... I just want to pick up the thing. Thank you. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna run back here. What we got, what we got, what we got? And to you, friend, I did in fact find myself chuckling quite a lot at the 2 fingers joke. Well played. Okay, so that was 2. Yes. Come on. Whew. There you go. Come out of your hiding holes. This is a waste of arrows. Oh. I like their silly little chuckles. Also, they've got some long, like, xenomorph Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull looking heads. Okay, so I picked up some greaves from them all the way here. Is it this? No, it's this. Vulgar Militia Greaves. I'm going to actually do this in a way where I can tell whether or not it's better. And in some ways it's better, in some ways it's not. Greaves worn by the lean, mean, and filthy militiamen. That's a catchy little slogan. Freshly singed battlegrounds effusing with the stench of the dead. Forbidden lands that will be excised from the memory of history. This is where the vulgar militia serve, as untiring, unsung watchkeepers. Just realized my first playthrough, I was still fighting Godric right now. No kidding. Once again, New Game Plus is exactly the feel-good victory lap you need after hours and hours of struggle and toil with New Game Standard. Nice to see that you've already blasted through 2 shard bearers. Even playing through New Game Plus, I find myself still wanting to stop and smell the roses, so to speak, to fight every boss, go into every cave and dungeon, try to pick up as many items as I can. Hello! Thought I had finished with you guys, but I guess not. Alright, that's you. Anyone else? No? We good? I'm guessing you guys dispatched this poor traveler. Forgot who Nephili is on New Game Plus. I'm excited. I'm a steamroller over wet cement. No kidding. That's some evocative imagery right there. Nephili is the lady who you meet in Stormvale Castle. She helps you with Godric, and she is the foster daughter to Gideon Ofnir. So if you... Oh, come on. Whew, man. Miracle Whiff! Yeah, if you go to the Round Table Hold, she'll probably be there, unless you haven't met her yet, in which case you gotta go find her in Stormvale. Alright, yeah, Nephili Lu. And I don't believe that Nephili Lu is necessarily meant to be related to Hoaralou, at least not directly. I think that that might be just like a tribe surname, since Hoaralou was a tribal clansman before he rose to the ranks of Elden Lord. And, whoa! I don't know if that guy drops this by default, but I don't know. I feel like I've never seen that before. Here we are. Monk's Flame Mace. Battle hammer made to resemble flickering flames. Signature weapon of the fire monks, who hail from the mountaintops of the giants. The unique strong attack rouses fiery, combative spirit. And it comes with probably my least favorite Ash of War kick. Okay, do I need Sylvis's task for Radahn? No. No, you don't need to help Sylvis at all. And in fact, there's two other things you can do with the flask that he gives you. You can either go to Gideon, and Gideon will dispose of it, or you can hold on to it for a long time, and when you go meet the actual Dung Eater in the Lanedale sewers, you can give the flask to him instead. So talk to Blythe, now what I do. If you talk to Blythe again, he'll give you some pointers as to what to do. Or you can just go straight back to Sylvis, and Sylvis will lead you on your way. Depends on how much guidance you want. Eventually, you're gonna have to find your way back to Sylvis, because he's gonna... Oh man, purely. Come on. Oh. There we go. Good night. Enough of that. Ooh. Good thing that bleed procced, because I was out of stamina. So I took all of it. It's a speed run. Oh, well, yeah, if it's a speed run, just go straight back to Sylvis, talk to him. He'll tell you to go to Selin. And then once you talk to Selin, you'll be able to go to Radahn. Fire Spermy. Well, that's a new emote for me. This as well. Man, I'm picking up all this stuff. Let's see what that looks like first. Well, let's press the wrong button, I guess. So this one, yeah, okay, cool. What does this look like? Oh yeah, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. Blammo. Okay, yes, you can stop pounding your chest, Mildred. I just picked up the Fire Prayer Book, which is right here. Prayer Book of the Fire Monks who came from the mountaintops of the giants far to the north. Can be given to a learned cleric to gain access to the following incantations. Oh, Flame! And Surge! Oh, Flame! Those fire monks have an interesting relation with fire. And that's where I'll leave that. So I've really just ran... Whoa! Okay. That was a weird sky thing. The voice line. Oh, Flame. Yeah. Can't read that seriously. Not me. Okay. Whoa. Completely, totally forgot that, haven't picked up the map here, so and then the relationship. Yeah, you gotta have some very intense and specific feelings about fire to give your fire incantations names like that. Also, what is it? Flame Cleanse Me, another good example. Okay. I feel like I've skipped over a... Come on. Whip. Let's go. Here we go. I've skipped over a site of grace somewhere. I don't want to fast travel back just yet. Because I just made all this forward progress and I don't want to have to do it again. Let me look around here. Yeah. When it comes to where the sites of grace are, I just have piss memory, sadly. And is that one? Am I seeing? No, it's just shade. Alright, so here we are. We've got some terrible guys. Lots of terrible guys to choose from. And I don't feel like fighting them because they will more than likely annihilate me. I just want to find a site of grace before I start getting crazy with the cheese whiz here. Where... I could have sworn there was like a little area not far from here. Oh! What are you guys doing out here? Fire monks in the water? What will they think of next? Ouch. That's what they'll think of next. Okay. Come on. Oh no. Come on, guys. Let's R1 instead of R2ing. There we go. Aha! Oh. Wrong button. Oh! Hey, that's a cool attack. Okay. And that's all she wrote from them. Toss another one back. Again, realizing that I've allowed my beer to approach near room temperature at this point. Luckily, it's quite a cool day today, and I've turned off the heater, so room temperature is still like low 60s. Man. Oh, okay. Grab that. And let's see where this leads me. Hello. Okay, we're going this way. After Selin, you can do Radon. That's correct. Yeah, as soon as you talk to Selin and she tells you about the festival, you are good to start your Radon festival experience. And I hope it goes well for you. That's quite a fight too. I've said it many times on this stream. Radon is without a doubt my favorite character, my favorite NPC in the game. And the fight is definitely in the top 5 for me. First time I did Radon, it was a challenge. Took me many days. Yeah, me too. Me too. I am sad to say that I cheesed him to defeat him the first time. I built up a bunch of rot bone arrows, and I just kind of like procced Scarlet Rot on him. I'd like to have a more honorable one-on-one with him in future fights. And that is what I have every intent of doing in this stream whenever I get there. We are of course, a long ways off from Radon. Scarlet Rot and de-rendered. Yeah. He was not a happy boy. Whoa. Oh. Oh, is it already the... No, these are demi-humans. I thought we were in Elbenoric land, but these are... Yeah, these are demi-humans. Walk of Ages, come on. Man. Welcome to the Whiff Zone. My new stream segment where I just swing my sword, 8 times and hit nothing. I rolled right into that. Good night. I used Mighty Guts Greatsword. And that's the way to do it. Like, might versus might. A true epic battle for the ages. Big sword against big sword and all that. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Oh, hello. Let's do this. Come on. Ooh. All right. Love fighting those guys. Thank you for the glass shard. Wow. What a reward. Oh, but it's not all about the rewards, is it? Man, are you serious? How have I walked through all of this and still not found a single site of grace? Not terribly important. I will eventually get there. I am not fretting about whether or not I will ever find a site of grace again. Run around and find things most people don't know about. Yeah, there's so many little tiny islands in the lake area. I feel like I'll never see them all, and I'm okay with that. This is why I love Elden Ring. Yep. My sentiments exactly. It's so easy to get lost in a part of the map that you've just never been before and having new experiences. Okay. Well, we're here already. I'm gonna do Alexander's quest this time. Well, that'll be fun. I enjoy Alexander's quest. When I did it the first time, my wife had become very attached to Alexander because he's such a jolly, wholesome fellow. And when I told her I had to, he wanted me to fight with him to the death. She begged me not to do it, but you gotta honor the wishes of your friend, your jar friend, sometimes. Okay. God, these poor souls. So sad that they're hated by all of the lands between. Sadder still that, the one place where they'd be welcome, they didn't build a wheelchair ramp. Before maidens. Yeah, I think I said something along those lines to her, and she didn't appreciate it. What you gonna do? Okay, well, I've clearly done something wrong here. Because you're supposed to be able to find Nefeli here in this village. I could have sworn that I exhausted her dialogue in the round table. Oh no! Let's not, shall we? Okay. Oh man. It's hard not to just adore the Bloodhound Fang because it cuts such a wide swath. Come on, guys. Oh, yep, yes, you're next. Come on. Oh, better heal. And by better heal, I mean better hop on my horse. Man, what is that, like the 6th time I've done that today? You can all rest now. Take it easy. Have a smoke. I'll take that larval tear. That will be a surprise tool that will help us later. Here we go, here we go. The village is done for. Please, even if it's just you, old Albus, hide well and still your breath. A sad story, this village, if you're not familiar. Is he dead forever? Oh yeah, I guess... spoilers, at the end of this quest, or at the end of Alexander's quest, you do battle with him and he explodes. But not before thanking you. So, you know, that makes it a little bit better, right? Right? I'm not crying, you're crying. Okay. Step 1 here. Back to the, he's not here at all. No, he's not dead forever. What, is he not over in Limgrave? He's not, stuck in the crater? He should be. He's not in his hole. Okay, stop the presses, everyone. Alexander is not in his... Oh, okay, I know why. I know why he's not in his hole. All you need to do is go to Redmane Castle. You'll find him there. As soon as you trigger the Radon Festival, he goes straight to Redmane Castle. Whew, boy. I was beginning to feel the same fear I imagine you were feeling. Okay, how much do I need here? It's not worth it. Things that I want to do while I'm here. Step 1. Hey, Encha. It'd be a real shame if you went sicko mode on me.
It's about
Oh yeah,
time I headed off.
you're welcome.
I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Okay, yes. They will deign it. I hope. Alright, well, I'm over here. Might as well boost up my... Actually, before I do that, let me take a peep at this guy here. How you doing, bud?
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
You don't have to say. Well, keep on keeping on. Don't die on me now. Yeah, the shard is great. If you like using Ashes of War as your main sort of attack focus,
Greetings.
second to none.
Are you here for spirit tuning?
I am here for spirit tuning, but I don't have what I need. I wonder if I have...
Now, look at you. Those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felled her mark. Fine and well. Now lay out your arms.
This game has no shortage of characters that make you feel all of the sad feels. But I think for me, Hugh takes the cake. The poor guy. This sad Roy Kent blacksmith.
I spoke with the girl. She has a gift for spirit tuning. So I told her everything I know. I'm indebted to a spirit tuner I met long ago. It was all I could do to honor her. I'm sorry I doubted you.
No worries. And don't have anything for that. I don't care about the longbow. As soon as I find another bow, I'm going to switch out, so I'm not going to bother leveling it up. Don't want to talk to Fia just yet, I guess. Well, with the last 7 minutes, let's get the map. Let's get the map first, and then I'll fast travel back over to the Albinorc village. And on Tuesday, what is that? April 11th, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we'll pick back up at the Albinorc village and start really getting into Liurnia in earnest. There are so many things to enjoy about doing a stream, but I think my favorite part is that when I sit down like this and don't move, my cats get on top of me and also sit down and don't move. What a treat. Alright, hey guys. Oh, I hate fighting you. I'll never stop hating fighting you. I'll never stop hating doing that. Come on. Whew. Okay, stop. That's enough of that. Thank you. And thank you for the Grave Violet. Yoink. Anyone else around here? No, we good? There you are. Okay, let's do this. Good night. Okay. Let me just... Oh, I thought I... Sorry, I've got a compulsion about these things. I don't see anything else in the immediate area. Let's go. Ooh, yeah, pretty map. Okay. Still not enough map to fill in this part, but yeah, what are you gonna do? What an adventure, as always. I guess also next time I will hopefully have the wherewithal to get started beforehand so that I can mark all of the lantern points in Shifra so that we can go back and fight the Ancestor Spirit. Real quick, since I've got 4 minutes left of the stream, let me see if I've got enough to level up. So this is 2,500, 41, 53. Oh, actually, I could, yeah. Here's what I'll do. This, yes. This, yes. And not quite enough. How much more do I need? I need 800 more, and that should be easily achievable with this, yes. Right. Not a bad turnout, 2 levels. Not gonna complain about that. Only 11 more points of intelligence to go until we have the stats necessary to use Moonveil, and won't that be a fun time? But other than that, I'd like to thank all of you so much for watching yet another one of my streams. You will catch me again April 11th, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And again, to remind you, instead of a Thursday stream next week, I will do a Friday stream at 7:30. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Relaxing, rejuvenating time that gets you ready to face the challenges of the week ahead. And until then, it's Valcorpa out.